While supply shortages continue to restrict entry into the next console generation, those lucky enough to secure a PS5 have a solid launch window lineup to explore. To help you sort through all the best games currently available on the system, that includes cross-generation and PS4 games that look and play even better on the PS5, these are the 10 best games to play on the system right now. Ghost of Tsushima on PS4 offers something for both players who have already played through Jin's journey and those who have yet to enjoy Sucker Punch's stunning vision of feudal Japan. Now running at a Sakai steel sharp 60 frames per second, Ghost's already thrilling combat has never felt better, and its unmatched photo mode is a joy to use. Plus, there's now the free Legends update to play through, which culminates in a visually striking and challenging raid that's one of the best co-op experiences available on the PS5 at launch. Revisiting 2018's God of War on PS5 is an absolute must, and if you somehow missed out on it on PS4, there's no better way to experience it for the first time. While the PS5 doesn't overhaul the visuals or add any new effects like ray tracing, the stable 60 frames per second it runs in on performance mode makes combat even more of a joy than it already was, though you will have to settle for the experience in 1080p. Even so, the action is still as satisfying as ever, and its world and story remain some of the best that gaming has to offer.
We're gonna fight that?
We have no choice.
While Sackboy: A Big Adventure foregoes the creation side of the Little Big Planet series, its focus on being a fun, charming platformer pays off in a delightful adventure that can be played both solo or co-op. Sumo Digital's level variety keeps things fresh, so one moment you're riding a train through a moving level that has you occasionally jumping off to grab collectibles, while the next you're grooving through a level set to Bruno Mars's Uptown Funk. Yes, really. And as with most games we've seen on PS5, it's a visual treat.
So what do you say? Ready to make history? Of course you are.
The Pathless marries a simple but elegant and completely engrossing movement mechanic with a gorgeous open world. Running, jumping, and gliding through developer Giant Squid's forests, rocky plateaus, and snow-capped mountains is a treat thanks to the main bow and arrow gameplay relying less on precision accuracy and more on empowering you to carve a fun path through the terrain. It's a world that encourages exploration and satisfies your curiosity, making the destinations you reach as fun as the journey itself thanks to a host of clever puzzles. Add in a handful of boss battles that are part epic chase scene and part Zelda-esque showdown, all backed by a moving epic score, and you've got one of the most intriguing launch titles on the PS5. Developer Young Horses continues its absurdist streak with Bugsnax, an environmental/creature-based puzzle game that has you snapping photos and catching tasty critters. Underneath Bugsnax's cute and quirky exterior is a heartwarming story full of ominous twists and turns as you try to rebuild a settlement by fulfilling folks' requests. Each returned resident means another person to interview for the story you're writing about Bugsnax, Snacktooth Island, and, ultimately, what happened to Elizabeth Megafig, who invited you to the island to begin with. Its progression systems continue to pique our curiosity too, which makes the gameplay loop enticing throughout. And Bugsnax's big reveal, no spoilers we promise, doesn't disappoint.
Oh baby, what a bridge!
Marvel's Spider-Man was already one of the best superhero games ever made, but the PS5 remaster elevates it to a new level. Insomniac's visual update brings the look of the adventure up to par with the brand new Miles Morales. The addition of ray tracing with 4K resolution and HDR support makes any time of day so beautiful that you'd be forgiven for forgetting this wasn't running on code originally developed for the PS5. Add in the quality of life improvements Spidey got post-launch, new accessibility options, photo mode updates, and all the DLC episodes. This is the definitive way to play one of the PS4's best games. The DualSense is one of the most defining characteristics of the PS5, as the nuanced haptic feedback and strategically used adaptive triggers create a level of immersion that feels genuinely special. Nowhere is that tech better showcased than in Astro's Playroom, which is, quite literally, designed to show off the capabilities of the DualSense controller. But this would-be tech demo is also a fantastic game in its own right, with a delightful set of worlds to explore that all celebrate a different facet of the PS5 and the different eras of PlayStation software and hardware. Astro's Playroom reminds players why they've loved PlayStation while giving them a reason to fall in love all over again. Its solid platforming, fun environmental puzzles, and enticing set of collectibles will have you gunning for the platinum and getting it in no time. Assassin's Creed Valhalla has redefined the rules of the franchise yet again with the ability to sack monasteries, build up your budding Norse settlement, and uncover unique gear and powerful abilities. The PS5 beautifully captures the icy mountains of Norway and the bending rivers of England alike in stunning 4K, and the ability to travel between the war-torn kingdoms quicker than you can sound the horn for a raiding party remains impressive throughout. Bluepoint Games had some high expectations to meet with the PS5 remake of Demon's Souls. Not only was it an anticipated remake of a beloved and landmark game, but also the first major showcase of what a dedicated PS5 exclusive game could look like. Fortunately, Bluepoint delivered, and Demon's Souls is not only jaw-droppingly gorgeous, but it's also incredibly faithful to the source. It's handily one of the deepest, richest, and most challenging experiences currently found on the console. Though not a full-blown sequel, this standalone follow-up sends Peter Parker on vacation and leaves his young spider apprentice Miles Morales to look after New York. Building on the rock-solid foundations of Insomniac's first game, New York has been gorgeously blanketed with snow, holiday cheer, and next-gen polish. Our hero has a few more spider powers at his disposal than Peter Parker did, and these are cleverly adapted into new gameplay mechanics that, while they don't reinvent the wheel, they put enough of a spin on it to make it feel fresh, sometimes literally thanks to the DualSense controller. It doesn't feature as lengthy of a campaign or as many colorful villains as 2018's Spider-Man, but Miles Morales' story has just as much charm and heart as its predecessor, possibly more. Its tagline of "Be Greater" set a high bar, but Miles Morales somersaults over it with ease. Those are our favorite games to play on the PS5 so far, but we'll be updating our list as more are released this year. For everything else PlayStation, stay right here at IGN.